everybody, and welcome back. I've had a few people ask me how to dress somebody with a pear shape, so that's what I'm going to try and explain today. Obviously I've got limited props, I'm using my own clothes, so they're not always absolutely perfect, but as long as you can just sort of get the gist of it. So basically, if you're pear shaped, you're much smaller on the top, so you've got narrow shoulders and small to the waist, and then you go out, your bottom will be bigger. So working along those lines, there's lots of things. I mean, you can look absolutely fabulous if you wear the right clothes, and it's the same with every body shape, providing you wear the right shaped clothes and colour and everything. You can look amazing. So I've worked, this is Doris, the dummy, and I've padded out her bottom with some bubble wrap to just give you a guide. Now, for pear shapes, you're always going to look best if you're wearing a dress in an empire line. In other words, it comes up under the bust. So I've tried to pull this up a little bit under the bust to give you a guide. In fact, the dress I've got on is absolutely perfect for a pear shaped, but you may want, because you've got a smaller bust and this is a V-neck, you may want to sort of get a padded bra perhaps to wear it. Okay, so always best with empire line if it's a dress. You want structure, so you're better not having anything that's too flimsy over your body, and you can wear some really nice skirts, and if you're not too big on the bottom, pencil skirt will look fabulous, but you need to keep it just under the waist to keep everything into proportion. So this dress, you can have a round neck. This actually, having a V-neck is always quite a good thing if you've got a big bust, but I'm using this today. Empire line, because your shoulders are narrow, and sometimes to keep everything into proportion, it's a good idea perhaps just to pad out the shoulders. So here I've got a sock, so I'm just going to pop this in the shoulder just to get, I mean obviously she's got shoulders that are in proportion anyway, but if you can see what I've done here, because I've padded out the bottom and I've put maybe a shoulder pad in the top of your dress, you're then in proportion with your bottom. So okay, trousers. If you're wearing trousers, you don't ever want to wear skinny trousers or any trousers that taper in at the bottom. Always going to be best in a boot cut or a trouser that's slightly loose, never really baggy. Skirts, again, you can do pencil skirts, or A-line skirts are fabulous, but try and have a bit of structure with the fabric that you're using. And shoe-wise, I would say perhaps not stilettos and go for something with a chunky heel or even a wedge. Yeah, and for the top, you can do, because this is your smallest part of the body, and if you want to disguise the bottom, you can put frills at the top, necklace, anything you like. You can make the top much more flamboyant. The bottom half is always going to be better in a dark colour. Your eye then will focus to the top half of your body, and so you're going to look amazing. So I hope that's helpful, and that I've tried to cover everything that I can think of. I'm sure there's bits that I've left out, but you can always let me know and I will try and cover that for you as well. And the dress that I've got on obviously is a really good shape, again for a pear shape, because it's under the bust. And it comes in here with some stitching here, and then it just goes out just where it hits your hip, but it's not fluid, really fluid fabric, which actually can accentuate that area. So if you keep something with a bit of structure, it's always going to look better. So yeah, I hope that helps, and I've tried to cover what I can, and yeah, see you soon. Bye bye.